Well, hello everybody, and welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. Every week I look forward to chatting with you guys. I know last week I missed out. I apologize for getting up early enough to do that, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know that as much as I can, I'm not missing out. But yeah, tonight's trapping talk. I hope you guys enjoy my photo that I posted. That is my new personal record, which is coming out. The video will be out tomorrow. Hey sis, how's it going? Tell Boogie I said hey. Hey sis, both sisses. You guys are having a good night. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a new trapping episode coming out tomorrow, guys. I just got done editing it all, and it's I'm gonna start posting my videos in the evening because YouTube shows that the majority of my viewers are on around 6 p.m. is what it shows. So I am gonna upload. My upload time is gonna try and be at 6 p.m. now instead of 6 a.m. I hope that's okay with everybody. It just shows that that's what my average viewers are watching. So hey Todd, how's it going, Ma? Hey Boogie, I hope you're having a good night. You did great swimming. I like those videos. Hey there, Greg. Hope you're doing good, brother. Hey Robert. Hey guys, I am super busy with the trap line and everything. Hey Rick. I laid out a new trap line. Like I said, the video is going to be out tomorrow. I as much as I want to say where I'm at, obviously I can't. It's one of them things, kind of like trout streams. You know, you can't really tell people where you're at, especially because nowadays there's a lot of people that want to mess with trappers. So I can't release that information. But you're gonna like the video. It was really cool. I even caught fish, or I caught yeah, fish. I got that all in the video. It was really cool. So yeah, I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. I even had a muskrat swim right up to me while I was. Oh, thanks, sis. Yeah, this hat, guys. By the way, I should have put the link in there, but this is from one of my new sponsors that I've mentioned before, RBM Lures, LakeEffectLures.com. If you guys go there, you can get these hats. It says "I Slay." It's got a little beanie thing on top here. And I'll tell you, it's a warm hat. I was out fishing the other day and it kept my head warm. They also have a really cool hoodie that I've got a picture in. You guys will see it soon. Actually, I'm going to show you right now. I like to treat you guys because you're nice enough to get on here. You guys take time out of your day to see me, so I'll take my time to show you guys. But this is the hoodie that I got from Lake Effect Lures. I thought this was cool. It says limits in an hour. Call it fast food. I thought that was catchy. And then Lake Effect Lures, bring the storm down the arms. Really cool. You can get these on the lakeeffectlures.com website. But yeah, real comfy hoodie. And like I said, they got these I Slay hats on there. I'm going to be wearing all their gear this winter as I'm slaying fish through the ice. And I say this winter, but you know what? It's coming up faster than expected, guys. I think I'm going to be ice fishing pretty soon. If the weather stays the way it's been, I wouldn't doubt if it's just a couple weeks. So it's going to be good time. Hey, Steve, how's it going, brother? Hope you're having a good week. Oh, that's good. That's good. Congratulations, Chad. What's happening? What's happening, Luke? How you doing, brother? Oh yeah, the sweatshirt, man. It's nice looking. It's comfortable. If you go to their website, you can check it out. They have a whole they have a whole bunch of different sweatshirts. That was the one I picked out that I liked. But I also they have a bunch of different hats too, and I just like this one. I like the color. I got to pick my own colors out. I thought the gray and black was cool. So yeah, um, it won't be long, Todd. It won't be long at all. Hey Scott, how's it going, brother? Yeah, if you guys go to lakeeffectlures.com though, make sure if you do and you want to order something like the hat or the hoodie, put in discount code all capitals LT Outdoors, get you 10% off anything you order. So can't beat that. And they got killer tackles. So oh, no way, Steve. That is cool. That is cool. Tell her I said congrats, man. Very nice. Yeah, I wanted as badly as I wanted to hit the deer this year, and I was gonna do it. Drama on opening day really killed me. I guess I could probably talk about that now too, because you guys didn't get to hear about that yet. But opening morning, somebody decided to trespass on the private property that I hunt. And not only did they trespass where I'm hunting, but they continued to trespass over to my neighbor's property. I texted my neighbor. I said, "Dude, I just want to let you know somebody's trespassing right now. You better watch out." About half hour later, my buddy texted me and he said, "Dude, this guy just tried getting in my blind with me. He told me he had permission, and I told him, no, you don't. We've lived here for 40 years." So just some idiot opening day. But that's part of why I'm not a huge fan. I love to deer hunt. Bow hunting's my jam, but yeah, as far as rifle opener, there's just so many people up here for the opener. I prefer to hunt a little later, but that's really awesome though, especially with the crossbow, man. That's always fun. Yeah, they are. Yep, they're doing a Black Friday sale too on Lake Effect lures. So if you guys go there during the Black Friday sale, use discount code LT Outdoors. Might as well jump in on that. They got a lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, yep. I got a couple burbot, dude. They are in. I knew they would be. Yep, 10% off, Todd. Absolutely. Just remember all capital letters LT Outdoors. Hey, Dennis. Oh yeah, the winds are crazy, especially when we get a snow squall coming in. You guys will see in my videos when I'm out there trying to check traps. Tomorrow is going to be nuts. It's supposed to be like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm going to be out checking traps. But that wind has been blowing me all around, especially when it starts snowing on me. It's crazy. But hey, thanks, Kim. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, the fishing videos. I'm gonna have one coming on soon because I did do wasn't a ton of fish. They're actually a lot slower this year than they were last year. But I we got a few fish, so I'll have a video. Also, I'm going to be adding my buddy's little boy. I think he's like 13 or something. Shot a huge buck and was nice enough to Um, send me videos of the kid right after he shot it. Of course, you know the adrenaline, the shakiness, and then he got on video with the kid tracking it, and it was hilarious. Just the you can't beat that kind of compassion and. Any of you that's ever shot a deer, especially your first one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was actually crying when I watched the video, just watching that kid the way that he was acting, when he got the deer, it was true passion, and that kid is going to be one heck of a hunter for the rest of his life now, just because he had such a great season. So, yeah, but yeah, fishing videos are coming soon, though. Hey, Robbie, how's it going? I hope Greg's doing all right. Hey, SS Outdoors, how's it going, buddy? I'm doing all right, man. Just super tired. If you guys seen in my picture, that is my new personal record for muskrats. That video will be out tomorrow. I just got done skinning them today. That was 21 muskrats and a mink. Crazy. And I got a muskrat today to add to the pile that I skinned. So I skinned out 23 animals today. It was nuts. Yeah, yeah, it made for a rough day for sure. Caught it off the pier in Oscoda. Basically, anywhere you go on Lake Huron this time of year, probably Lake Michigan too. If you've got some depth and you've got a pier with big rocks around it, which obviously all of our piers and breakwalls do, if you go around to the end of those piers and fish, almost bet that there's going to be burbot. The thing most people don't realize, and this is why I've been getting a lot of messages about they're not biting or we're not catching them. You got to stick it out. You got to stay late. You got to be patient. The other day, they didn't even start biting until after 10 o'clock, which, yeah, that's really late, especially now with the time change. And last year they bit an hour after day or dark, but this year they're coming in even later. So you got to stick it out. Be patient. Stick it out on the end of the piers with minnows on the bottom with a crappie rig, and you'll get yourself a burbot. Just got to hold it out. I actually did last year, Luke. I could probably do another one. I did last year. I did two. I showed how to do the lobster way, and then how to do the. I prefer to fry it light batter, pan fry it, and they taste like chicken. It does. It tastes like chicken nuggets. Um, and Rich will tell you that he got some too the other day and cooked them up, and first time ever. And that's what. As soon as he texted me, he's like, "Dude, this tastes like chicken." I'm like, "I told you, man." It's really, really good. Okay. Hey Terry, how's it going, buddy? Oh, well, I hope he gets better. It's probably best for him to stay there because I was reading your messages and stuff, and it sounds like, it's he sounds like he needs to be kept under supervision for the time being. That's probably for the best, just to make sure things go right for everything. Scrat life. Yeah, man. I'm still shooting for my goal, guys. I'm As you can see, boom, those are all muskrats. Yeah, all over the house. Ruby does not approve. Like I'm up to 75 right now, and they are all over the house. So yeah, Ruby's going crazy. 75 and a mink hanging in the house. Hey, thanks, Greg. I appreciate it, man. I think you guys will like this video. It was action packed. By far the best trap day that I've ever had in my life. I mean, I've had better days as far as multiple species, but as far as just catching rats, before yesterday, my personal best was 14. That was really cool. I take my fur. I've always taken it to Ralph at J&K Fur Exchange there in Whittemore. Mostly because he was the first guy I ever seen when I was 14 years old. I started going in and seeing Ralph, and I think it's because the bond we have is why I keep going. But growing up, if there was a problem with my fur, he would not think twice to tell me, "Hey, you got to do this right, you got to do that right." And I mean, some days I'd get bummed out as a kid, but I needed that. I needed that, encouragement because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be skinning right. I wouldn't, my animals would probably go to waste because the pelts would be done wrong. Um, First time I brought my pelts into him, he put his head. I think he wanted to cry because my dad had told me that I had to salt all my pelts, right? Way wrong. You don't do that unless you're going to tan them yourself or something. But I salted them all, dried them the whole nine, brought them into him, and he looked at him. He goes, "Dude, I can't do anything with these." I'm like, so yeah, that was bad. Oh, geez, Robbie, that ain't good. Well, I hope he gets well soon. Hey, Rich, I see you made it on. Hey, Mossy Horn Hunter, how you doing this week? Hope you're having a good week. I was just telling everybody, tomorrow I'm gonna start posting my videos later. I used to, as you know, I did them at 6 a.m. before, but it shows I was kind of researching to see how to get the most views and stuff, and it shows that my viewers are mostly on around 5 and 6 p.m. So I'm gonna start sharing them at 6 p.m. I have one already done from yesterday. It's going to be me setting traps at a new location is the beginning of this episode, and the end is my very first trap check where I get my new record for muskrats and mink, and just a great day, guys. And tomorrow, Rich is going to go with me on that trap line and film for me again, and help me out because it's kind of a dangerous trap line where I'm at right now, and with those 40-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow, it could become more dangerous. So it'll be better to have somebody there to have my back. So, but yeah, it's been a great week though, guys. I've made a few different episodes. We tried duck hunting the other day. That didn't go as planned. I'll have a video for that too eventually. Um, Burbot fishing, like I said, we got some burbot the other night. I got one that was a master angler, 31, I think, or 31 and a half, something like that. Yeah, I hear you, Luke. Me too. Every day that I go out and find ice, I mean, there's ice everywhere right now, but every time I see a place iced over, I just get pumped. It ain't gonna be long. Ain't gonna be long. How long were you out there, Horn Hunter? Because, like I mentioned earlier, it's a weird year. They're not biting as good as they did last year, but I'm also having to stay later this year. I didn't start getting them the other day till 10 o'clock. It was or after 10. It was late. Last year they started biting an hour after dark. We didn't get any till 10 o'clock. So yeah, you gotta really stay late now to get into any. It's kind of sucks. Especially I'm not much of a night owl anymore, especially running trap line and stuff. I'm getting up early, but yeah. Yeah, thanks, sis. If you haven't already, I see we got 24 watching. Hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. My thumb's all tore up. That tells you I've been trapping. Oh, I caught myself. For those of you that know what a trap, different traps are, I caught myself in a 330 conibear, which is one of those beaver traps. I caught my leg in it or foot in it the other day. I think I shattered one of my foot bones. That was not good, but bailed at 10. All right. I mean, I don't blame you. Last year I would have done the same, but yeah, if we wouldn't have stuck it out this year, we wouldn't have got any. Well, Rich and his son got one before I got there. That was about 8:30, but yeah, we didn't get really any hits until after 10. So okay, Robbie. Well, I hope you guys do good. Like I said, though, stick her out late. The later, the better. That's just going to increase your odds because they have been they're just coming in late this year for some reason. And hopefully it's better down there because this year it's slow up here. Last year I would have had 20 fish by 10 o'clock. This year after 10 I only got two. So um, and I stayed till almost midnight. Me, Rich, and his son Matt. And between the four of us or the three of us, we only got four. So yeah, there you go. I would too. I mean, you might as well. They're definitely in. It's they're just late at biting and there ain't as many. So you definitely got to wait a little longer for the few that are there to come in and grab it. But it's definitely worth it. Oh God. That's a good question, Luke. I have not made the jerky yet, but I bet you I got 50 pounds of breast bagged up at least. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Am I going where, SS? But yeah, it's been a good week, guys. I am going to set some traps tomorrow, I think, for some otter. You'll see in my video, I found a incredible spot for otter. It's nuts. Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do. Last year, I went to Tawas and it was way better. And I went to Tawas twice and it was way, way better in Oscoda. So I do recommend that over Tawas. Hey, Dan, how's it going, brother? Hope you're doing good, man. I don't think so. You know, I've always had an issue. I mean, I've done the whole wax paper thing. I've done wax dirt and that, but when we get a hard freeze up here and especially the heavy snow, I've never been able to do any good after that. And that's coming up so fast. I think next year I'm going to focus. I'll run a big canine line, dry dirt line, so I can show you guys a whole different experience of the line because I do trap coyotes. I enjoy trapping coyotes and fox especially. But yeah, next year I'll run a line showing you guys badgers and fox and coyote and all that good stuff. But yeah, this year I'm trying to focus more just on the water because I know that if I get off path and I start, traveling over to coyotes, then I'm just, taking time away that I could be on the water. So, Thor, cut it out. Oh, there you go, man. Heck yeah. What are you trapping, Dan? Yeah, I'm kind of I'm more than kind of. I'm bummed that duck season's ending this week. That I always hate it. It's not long enough. Not at all. Hey, Art. How's it going, buddy? Man, I'll tell you, Art, you would have crap, dude. Yesterday on the trap line, I had four canvasbacks land by my boat, only about maybe 15 yards from the boat. Easy shooting range. It was a drake and three hens. First time I've seen them in years. I was so excited. Oh yeah, it's gonna be cold. Yeah, I mean, if it stays on Facebook, I was actually ice fishing. Started LT Outdoors. I was on the ice. My first episode on Alcona Pond, December 8th. So that's what, like a week and a half away, guys. So who knows? It's if it stays cold, you just never know. It won't be too much longer. Yeah, see the thing is, June, I've got if you go to, because right now I'm no longer with Widowmaker. I'm with Lake Effect Lure Co. If you go to lakeeffectlures.com, you can check out their prices. It's the same thing. They do tungsten jigs as well. The thing is, though, although I'm not going to say anything bad about Amped Outdoors because I've never tried their jigs. I don't know anything about them. But if you start going with some of the lesser price stuff, a big thing you need with a tungsten jig, because they're so tiny, is a really sharp hook that can hold a point. Some of the cheaper versions of those, especially like you go get a Walmart brand of a tungsten jig, that tip on that point might not hold up very long. It might not be a very good hook. You might miss a lot of fish, that little jig. But Widowmaker is killer as far as that goes. They have really sharp, great hooks, and I know that Lake Effect Lure does too. They both also, this is where they differ. They both also have different color variations. I like them both. I really do. Widowmaker was great last year. You guys seen that. Lake Effect Lures, I'm excited to use their stuff this year. They've got some really awesome products, including they have their own brand of a jigging Rapala, which but it's wider like a shad. I think it's going to be amazing. So you guys will just have to see. I'll be using them all winter long. Hopefully, you guys can order some stuff. If you do, if you order from lakeeffectlures.com, they're doing a big Black Friday sale right now. Use discount code LT Outdoors, all capital letters, get you 10% off. 30 muskrat, 5 beaver, and a mink. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, buddy. That's good, man. I just as of today, I hit 75 for my muskrats. I'm still trying to go for 400, but yep, I hit 75. 4 inches, yeah. See, for me, 2.5, man. Like, I'm one of them stupid folk that, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. 3 inches, all right. I do recommend you guys go out on a bucket with 3 inches of ice, but I do not recommend it under that. Personally, I'm an idiot. I like to try and be the first one. I try to race and get everybody out there on the ice, but yeah, I'll go out on like 2.5. I'm crazy like that. Yeah, I see that. There's not I've got 26 watching, only 18 hit the thumbs up. So please, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. It might seem silly to you guys, but it actually does help. Any interaction actually does between us, whether it be chatting or whatever. So if you're not chatting with me, you can chat too. Oh. Hey there, Blue Dog. Very nice, man. Very nice. That's good. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are gonna see. I mentioned it earlier, but this little kid just caught or shot a huge buck the other day, and his dad was nice enough to send me the video. I'll probably throw it in my Burbot video because it's a shorter video. So you'll have Burn and you'll get to watch this kid after he shoots the deer, all of his excitement, which is just amazing, and then him tracking the deer down the blood trail. It's great. It was really great. Brought a lot of emotion to me, made me feel like I was a kid again. Just it was excellent. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I know you're gonna like it. Tomorrow I'll be sharing my newest trapping adventure. I'll probably share the burbot and the kid hunting video on like Wednesday. So 6 point, nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the only one without a buck this year. Okay, same quality as frostbite. That's good. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's been a good season, man. Like I said, 75. I right now my count is at I'm at 75 muskrats, 10 beaver, 10 coons, 14 possums, and a mink. So yeah, pretty good. Dang. See, we've been getting a lot of snow up here. It just ain't sticking quite yet. We've had a little stickage, but not all the way. I've been getting snowed on a lot while I'm out there setting traps. It's actually it's well, I shouldn't complain because honestly, I'd rather get snowed on than rain because the snow doesn't seem to get you as wet as rain does. So I can't complain all that much. But yeah, I've been getting snowed on a lot while I'm out there. It is a lot colder though. I've been getting super wet every time I'm out, so that's not any fun. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's been a great week. And like I said, tomorrow's gonna be the I'm posting the episode tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's gonna have my newest personal record catch. I think you guys are gonna be pretty impressed. I had some crazy stuff happen yesterday when I was checking traps. I caught a lot of rats in one of the colony sets. It was also a new record for me. I'll leave that as a surprise. Also, I caught my first rat of the year on a float set. I normally don't do good on floats, but I did get one yesterday. I forgot to tell Rich that, but yeah, I got one on one of my floats yesterday. Oh, very nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, you can't beat that. It's always nice to have fresh freezer meat, man. Yeah, snow ain't as bad. Not at all. Yeah, usually you could shake that stuff off. Snow that watched the videos that was last year. I showed the video on here. She was the only doe that I've only deer in general I've ever lost, but yeah, hopefully I don't lose any. Yeah, coyotes. Like I really should start trapping them. We've got a ton around the farm right here too. It's pretty bad actually. The coyotes. I know they've taken out a lot of my animals, so it'll be on here pretty soon. I'm either gonna catch them or just start shooting them. But Fish Point, where they're probably real nice. That's awesome, dude. Hey, what's happening, Chris? um, Technically, all right, this is the rule. It's kind of like hunting. You cannot put a trap. You have to get permission. If you're going to set one in an area around houses, obviously you got to talk to neighbors and stuff. But as far as like putting them in the woods and that, yeah, you can set, state land especially. I've done a lot of trapping on state land. Federal, I've trapped on federal land. You could pretty much trap all that kind of stuff. There are certain rules. Some places have special laws against it. Like certain parks, you can't trap there. I know that we have. There is a couple like it'll show online. If you can't trap in certain, for the most part, especially public land, go right ahead and trap. If you're on a body of water, now this is something you should know that I learned this year. Actually, I've been pretty much trapping creeks and rivers my whole life, but I did not realize that, I assumed it was like the trout law where if I stay in the water and I'm not touching their land, I can put a trap in the water. That's not how it goes, though. You can actually, the only way you can trap on the water if there's private property on both sides is if you get permission from the property owner. Now, where I'm trapping on the water, it's, state land on both sides. I always make sure now that I'm trapping where it's public property. So, all right, sounds good, Dan. That's true, Luke. That's true. I wish that was 100% true though, because they do not allow you to metal detect on federal. There's a little tidbit. So we can't do everything on our land. And I can't go build me a little cabin out on any of those either. Hey Jason, hope you're doing good, brother. Tomorrow I'm going back out for another trap check. Rich is going to go with me and film. I'm really hoping that tomorrow's another epic day. It's going to be hard to beat my new record. 21 rats in a day is pretty awesome. So especially for up here, it might not be much for some of you down in like the thumb. You know, I know guys that get 100 rats a day, but up here up north, we don't have nearly as many as they do down there. All right, good luck, Steve. Good luck, man. Yeah, that's true, Art. Yep. One thing I was teaching my sister about it this year when I was helping her try to track hers. I always look for a sign, especially where the deer. Usually, you can tell a shot deer is going to be constantly running. The other deer tracks will just be normal deer tracks. So usually, if you see where one's been digging into the ground before you find the actual blood trail, usually it's a pretty good um, usually you can tell that that was your deer if you follow it just a little bit and you'll find your blood. But yeah, I enjoy tracking. I do. I know a lot of people do. That's why there's memes out there that say, my favorite color in November is red. Mine too, actually. I love tracking animals. That is a blast. Yeah, you're welcome, Steve. I hope you do good. I did mention earlier, in case you didn't hear, though, they were biting late. I did not get into them the other day till after 10 o'clock. So you're going to want to try and stick it out. Last year they were biting an hour after dark. This year they came in late. So yeah, give it your all, man. You should get some. Yeah, tracking definitely an art for sure. I have a neighbor. He's a retired conservation officer. I don't even know if he's still around. I haven't seen him in a few years, but he had a dog that was trained to track, and I got to watch him do that one time. Pretty amazing. I think it's really cool the dogs that they have. Yeah, that's definitely cool. Yeah, definitely cool. Wow, that's crazy. I'm guessing, Greg, that those were probably pass-through shots because I've noticed every time, if I peg one with my bow and the arrow doesn't go all the way through, I end up with blood immediately. But sometimes if the arrow goes all the way blew through, but sometimes you don't see the blood take a few steps, which will add up to 15 yards or something. So no, not, last year I tried, Luke, and there was only a few guys down there. Most of them were snagging the few whitefish that were there, so I had to get away from that because I'll throw somebody off the wall. There's not that many whitefish left though, and I'm not going to get in a rant about it, but it's because of the whitefish boats. 100%. The DNR will tell you that. In fact, they made the whitefish boat in Oscoda move south because they just hurt the population. And I'm like, why? Okay, so I understand that that's how they're making their money, but you just depleted a population up here. So we're just going to move you south so you can deplete another one? Really? I don't know. There's just too much of that going on right now, guys. They need to limit that stuff. I can't even imagine how much of that actually gets eaten and how much actually gets thrown away either. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Blue Dog. Oh, nice, Mike. Nice. That's always an exciting moment, man. Hey, John. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's a rough one. I had the one job I had, Oscoda Plastics. We had to work 12-hour shift for 3 months straight, and that was horrible. Bourbon off the Oscoda Pier. What I do, Ben, I recommend going back and watching my videos from last year. That'll really teach you everything that I do. But I'll explain to you right now. I use the Did you do all caps, sis? LT Outdoors. It's got to be all caps. Um, but yeah, what you do is use those perch spreaders or crappie rig. I like to use the snelled spinners that you see me use for catfish by Bear Paw. I tie them on instead of hooks on the arms of the crappie rig. And then at the bottom, I'll use, half-ounce sinker. You really don't need much because obviously out there, if you throw in the river, it ain't gonna. You'll need a lot of weight to stick. You don't need to stick. It's gonna drift out, stick, and then you get them there. But um, yeah, you get yeah. Um, you do that though, and then I use minnows. I like to use walleye minnows. And although it seems kind of wrong, I jam the hook down their throat. I push it through their throat and then I pop it through their stomach. That way the minnow is on there straight and it won't come off until they eat it. So it works out really good. Yeah, but at a buck more than Widowmaker, if you're getting 10% off with my discount code, are you really paying a buck more? Okay, good, Jason. I'm glad. I remember you put in that. Appreciate it. See, I like the taste of whitefish, man. They are definitely one of my top favorites. Oh, geez. That's funny. The burbot, I'm just going to tell you this, Greg. They're going to be biting no matter what everywhere. They bite because of the temperature change. So if the temperature is right up here, it's going to be right. I know the temperature's just as bad, just as cold over there, especially water. If the burbot bite over there, they're going to be there. That's they're going to be there. They have to be. They come in this time of year. The ones we caught, they were full of eggs. They're getting ready to spawn. There's right now you'll find the burbot. They're going to be there. In fact, the usual time that you find them is the 15th. That's everybody's key date. But for me, I started in the end of October last year, and I was getting them all the way till freeze all this month. So you'll get them. Because I think you only were there like an hour or something, and then you said the other people when you left it wasn't late, so the other people probably wouldn't have caught any yet either. Yeah, whitefish is definitely really good smoked. Yep. Yeah, the whitefish sausage is definitely really good. Oh, last meal. Can I say burbot? Because I would say burbot over both of them. But yeah, you got me. I'll say walleye. But honest, perch, walleye, whitefish. That's my rating. Yeah, whitefish sausage is awesome. I like perch more than walleye. Maybe it's just me. I think they got a sweeter taste. I mean, walleye's good and all, but I think it's overrated. I think because it's just such a big thing in all the restaurants anymore. 6 weeks? Pfft, I don't think so, brother. I don't think so. Maybe till there's like a foot and a half, but uh, if you go through my videos, I was ice fishing the first year that I started this 3 years ago. I was out there on the ice on Alcona Pond, December 8th. That's only a week and a half away. Um, I've ice fished before on Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not going to be long, especially with these temperatures. If it stays the way that it is right now, we're going to be on the ice really quick. Yeah, bourbon's that good. I'm not even kidding. It is that good. Yep, it's awesome. The feel of walleye. Uh, yeah, bucket of bluegill's good. There you go, Scott. Yeah, bourbon. Everybody says Well, you probably ain't where you're at. You'll be lucky if you get any ice down there, man, especially fishable. I forgot where you're at. You know, they every year it's been getting worse down there. That's why people have been coming up here more and more every year. So I don't know. You'll be lucky to get fishable ice, and if you do, it'll probably be for just a week or so. Yeah, burbot's great though. A lot of people call it freshwater or poor man's lobster. You can cook it like lobster. Honestly, I like chicken better than lobster. And if you pan fry it in a light batter, it tastes just like chicken. It has the texture and everything. I mean, it's incredible. I just ate mine tonight. I wish I had more. It was only the two fish I got, but they were good. They were really good. It does, yeah. Yep. It's just like chicken. There's no, yep, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Oh, you gotta try it, Doug. You got to. It is I try to tell everybody if you can experience one fish to eat for the rest, you know, the rest of your life, if there was one new fish you could try, it's got to be the burbot. Got to be. It's you're really going to be shocked by the flavor and the texture. Because honestly, I think it's more of an eel than it is a fish. I don't really think it's a fish, and that's why it doesn't taste like fish. It doesn't flake like a fish. It's a whole different meat. Really good though. Art and Scott are in your EAD. Last year, Todd, I got them right up until it froze. I actually stopped fishing them because it got too dangerous. Because anybody that knows how those piers go, man, it gets right now, just like the other day, we had waves busting up onto the pier. And what happens is on these cold nights, that'll freeze. Eventually, you end up with so much ice out there on the end of that wall that it gets scary being out there, especially at night. I definitely don't recommend it. If you do, use a lot of caution. But I was getting them right up until ice last year. You could probably get them after. I would not doubt that. Yeah, they're definitely slimy. Yep. Oh, there you go. Nice art. I actually am, Jason. It's a good question. You know, I know my bread and butter views, boom, like that every day. So ice fishing is going to be my jam this year and every year following. I am going to just ice fish my butt off, but I am not going to give up on trapping. I'm still going to try to get that 400. I've got till March. Um, what I'll do though, I learned a really cool trap technique from my buddy John Coretti. On he makes these. He actually uses the old fashioned tip ups pretty much. I broke all the spools. I know it's pretty sad that I did that, but I broke all the spools off my old tip ups. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount a bracket for a 110 conibear, and I'll put a carrot or a slice of apple on that conibear, and I am gonna put them all over on lakes. It's gonna drive the conservation officers crazy because they're gonna think somebody's got a whole bunch of tip ups out. And I might have to set up a trail cam to try and get them checking because that would be hilarious. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be still hitting them through the ice. They're also worth more through the ice. So, on as far as tackle goes, Luke, all I use is I use my 8 pound test. That's all you really need because they got teeth like a bass. They're not something crazy. It's going to rip your line up. Um, but I use a crappie rig and then I use the bear paw spinners instead of hooks down from the ends. I do my best on orange and chartreuse, and then I use a walleye minnow. The bigger the better, really. And that's it. But they eat like crazy. And I'm actually gonna try the same exact thing through the ice on my jaw jackers and see how it works. I'm gonna do that on Burt Lake and hopefully Torch if it'll freeze up. Oh, geez, Greg. Ugh. Yep. I wish I was closer. I'd help you out. I'm always looking for more places. Yeah, yeah, you can grab them like bass. They do, they've got a little bit of a bite to them, not as bad as a catfish, but they can pinch a little bit. But it's as far as their teeth go, it's bass teeth. That's all it is. So you'll end up with your favorite bass thumb by the end of the day. Yeah, burbot thumb. You just yeah, reading my mind, man. Yeah, there actually is, Doug. Right now, see, because we are icing up right now, they are getting to be prime. That is the difference. But right now, well, I can't really show because they're all skins, but right now they're starting to get a really nice orangish color, reddish orange. You'll see it in the video. I do show the difference right now. The younger rats right now, they take longer to prime up. The older ones right now are starting to prime early enough. They're getting a nice orange color. They get thicker. The fur will get thicker on them because obviously they're living under the ice, so they have to have a warmer coat. But yeah, the pelts are a lot better through the ice because they get thicker, which is what they call prime, and they do get a better color to them too. It's a really nice shiny thick coat. And yeah, I caught a bunch of those in that new video that'll be out tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful rats. It really is. Yeah, Chris. Actually, I do have a bunch of stuff. If you ever get a chance, go to LToutdoors.com. I do have a website. I have to figure out. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. I got to figure out how to add more apparel to it because I have a bunch of different apparel. But I've got the new shirts that I've been showing in my videos. This has a bunch of stuff on the back too. If you haven't got to see it yet, pretty sweet. For this, if you want this shirt, you got to email. I put it in the description. Miss Kissel at gmail.com. She makes these. Also, I've got these new coffee mugs. LT Outdoors, Addicted to Quack. I love these coffee cups. These are also something you can have made up by Miss Kissel. So yeah, really cool stuff. But yeah, I have a bunch of different things too on my LTOutdoors.com page. So oh, happy birthday, John Bischoff. You probably ain't watching, but happy birthday, dude. Oh yeah, no problem, Doug. Yep. It's the same way with everything. All the furs prime up. They all prime at different times actually. Like it's kind of and by the end of badger season, our badgers aren't even prime. So we don't even get a top dollar for our badgers because they're not prime. But if you wait till your furs get prime, that's how you make the top dollar. That's how you get the best bang for your buck out of your furs is if you wait till they get prime. That can be tough because a lot of times it is later, like now towards winter. Right now, the Rams right now are really fluffy white. They got a good fur. Everything gets a good coat for the winter. So, oh, thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. Yeah, Rich actually got that for me a while back there, and I like it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Any of the LT Outdoors apparel and stuff would be cool for Christmas gifts or stocking stuffers. I still make my bottle cap fishing jigs. Those make good stocking stuffers, as well as my tip up spinners that I use, the harnesses. I make those and sell them too. Yeah, trash pandas. See, I've actually thought about because the price went up on them this year. I've thought about switching my gears. I mean, I already promised I'd get 400 rats, so it's going to be kind of hard to get away from that. But the coons, if I flesh and dry them, I can get about $10 right now, which is really good. They're not that much work, um, and I know there's a lot of them around. But pretty soon, with this cold weather, they're going to be denning up, so it won't be long, and they're just going to disappear for a bit till around February when they come out to breed. But it's a little harder to get them that time of year. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, these coffee cups are just so cool. I was very, very pumped when she sent these to me. I gave her the idea. I told her, I said, because I used to have a decal on the back of my truck that said "addicted to quack," and since I've lost my truck, I didn't have it, and I was just thinking, man, we should make an LT Outdoors "addicted to quack" logo. You can also get this on a hoodie. I'm gonna show you right now too. I've got a shirt. This is one of the see, this one's got "addicted to quack," and then it says LT Outdoors, and then it's got all that on the back. Again, you can order these from Miss Kissel at gmail.com. I put the email address in the link. Dude, the bottle caps work, Luke. I ain't joking, man. If you watch the first year that I did my videos on here, I wanted to promote them, and all I used that entire season was bottle cap fishing jigs. I caught my largest brook trout to date, 21-inch brook trout. I kid you not. I caught on a bottle cap fishing jig. I also caught a lot of big pike on them. I caught big bass. I caught a big panfish, big perch. I caught everything on them bottle cap fishing jigs. So I definitely recommend them. They're really good. They're basically like a jigging spoon. I put little rattles in them even. And if you use like a minnow head or a waxworm on the hook, it's deadly for everything. So I definitely recommend them. I have actually, Greg. Yep. I've gotten one otter. There's actually a lot of otters around though. People you just don't get to see them that often, mostly because they travel, a lot of them will travel long distances. It's nothing for them to travel miles at a time, so and they travel a lot at night too, so you don't get to see them that often, but there's a lot of otters. Actually, the place that I'm trapping right now, if you watch that video tomorrow, you'll see a it's called an otter toilet. Otters use the same place to go to the bathroom all the time. They always have their special little places where they go to the bathroom. Well, I found an otter toilet that is, I'm not even kidding you, it's probably 15, 20 feet at least wide of nothing but otter tracks and otter poop. It is just ridiculous. So I'm probably going to be catching some. Um, I wasn't going to target them, but it'd be something neat just to show on here at least. The first one I caught was a total accident. I got him 6 years ago in one of my muskrat traps, and I was actually shocked that I got him that way. But yeah, there's otters. They run the cricks, and that is one reason why I'm not minding trapping them is because they eat a lot of trout. Bottle cap jigs that I make, they work good. They sell them at Wellman's up here. They sell them at South Shore Party Store on Hubbard Lake, and they sell them at Haglin's on the river. So, yep, there's different stores that sell my bottle cap lures, and then I sell them on my website. You can make an order on there. Yeah, otters are smart, but I'm gonna tell you, Luke, their downfall is that they're curious. They're as curious as a cat. So they're not that hard to catch. They actually bumped the limit up to three, and it was mostly because there was so many accidentals caught. They get in a lot of beaver traps by accident. And there was so many of them caught. When you get an accidental, you got to bring it into the DNR and just turn it over. Well, they ain't got nothing to do with it, so they get wasted. And the DNR didn't want to keep wasting them, so they bumped our thing up to three. So we're allowed three otters now. That's pretty good. But yeah, their downfall is that they're very curious. Bucket sets work really good for them. If you ever watch any videos on bucket sets, those are awesome. That's something I'm going to do tomorrow. You take some fish, throw it in the back of like a kitty litter bucket, put one of them conibears in the front, and just plop it in the water by where they're coming and going, and they're going to go. They're going to go in. They're going to go check it out. They're just too curious, man. Yeah, no kidding, Doug. I was really shocked, and I told Rich, I'm excited that he's going with me tomorrow to check the traps because I really want to show him because he's a trapper too, and I'm excited to show him what this otter toilet looks like. It's crazy, And it wasn't the only one. I found a bunch more. Um, I don't care. That can be in there. I found a whole bunch more that were downstream further, more otter toilets, all in the same section of river. So this was the biggest, but man, there are just so many of them. It's crazy. Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you got on. Yeah, it's fun to watch them, Greg. It's definitely fun to watch them. Oh, geez. That's cool. That's really cool, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I've always loved watching otters. There's definitely nothing wrong with them, but I don't mind trapping them because they do eat a lot of fish. I mean, a lot of fish. So if you guys seen the otter toilet, it is nothing but fish scales, man, everywhere. Um, yeah, they eat a lot of fish, but I love them though. That's a lot of people don't understand that, especially the anti-trappers. They don't realize that a lot of us trappers, we still have a love for all the animals. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd cuddle with every little otter and raccoon and possum, and I like them. I like all the animals, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trapping them. I mean, I like to trap too. So, when it comes time to trap during trapping season, I switch my gears. I'm in trapping mode, but on the off season, I'll go up and try to pet every wild animal I see. So that's just how it goes. But yeah, 330s are awesome, man. I uh I actually in the video coming out tomorrow, I catch a muskrat in one. I caught another one in one today. It's very seldom that I get them in my 330s because they usually set them off and they get through them. But yeah, when they do get caught, I'm always thinking, man, that had to suck. And like I said earlier, I caught my foot in one the other day. First time I'd ever caught myself in a 330, and it was bad. I never want to do that again. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do know Josh. Yep. That's cool, man. Glad that you got out hunting. Yeah, if I was closer, I'd definitely get it for you, Greg. I really enjoy trapping these beavers. It's a lot of fun. The one that I'm trapping right now at this new location, he did something to me that I've never seen before. It was a new experience. One of those when I was out yesterday checking traps, I realized this trap must have, or this beaver must have been trapped before, or somebody tried to trap him and messed up. Beavers are one of the smartest animals that you will try to trap. They're not dumb. If you mess up on a beaver, you're toast because you're gonna have to figure out a bunch of different ways to try and catch him. They learn fast. But this beaver yesterday, I had a nice 330, which is a big conibear body grip trap, set in his trail. All right, he had a nice canal going right to his lodge. Surefire set. I knew I was gonna have him. It was a guarantee. I get there, and this beaver had actually built a dam around his channel that he made. So he dammed up his own channel only because I had been there and put a trap there. And he built his dam over my trap. He added mud and he caked all that around my trap. I'm like, are you kidding? I mean, I give it to him. I had to laugh it off because, I thought that was pretty dang impressive that a beaver had actually gone up and mudded. He built a dam around my trap just to stop it. Crazy. They're smart, but I'm hoping I'm smarter. We'll see. Hopefully tomorrow I get them. I totally agree, Luke. Yep, totally agree. We all experience things in different ways. All of us outdoorsmen have different. We all get different point of views from the way we do things, and we get different aspects on the way that we're learning things. But yeah, there's definitely a lot that we learn that other people are not going to learn. Like, all the mushrooms and the birds and all that just random knowledge that people, whenever I mention it, they're like, how do you know all this stuff? It's because I'm outdoors all the time. You pick up on things when you're out there. So, yep. Oh, man. Yeah, see, I'm looking for more places to trap, but they got to be close because I'm actually like my van. I'm usually really good about putting gas in the van, but I'm pretty darn broke at the moment to the point of where I can't afford gas and I'm like on E. So I'm kind of pushing my luck right now. But yeah, I can only trap real close right now. I'm trying to trap close to home, but yeah, we can't shoot them, not in our state. But if you get a hold of the DNR, if this is damage done on your property and you get a hold of the DNR, sometimes if they're good about it, you can get a permit to do so. But $3, you're saying it's $3 for a jig? I don't know about all that. I'm gonna have to look that up because I thought their prices were really good. And right now, especially because they've got their Black Friday sale, they've got a lot of deals going on at the moment. In fact, a lot of my friends have been buying the bundles where you end up with a ton of baits. Well, you get 2 in a pack though, just like you do with Widowmaker. So 2 in a pack for 3.25 is not much. Not for you got to figure tungsten. It's not lead. That stuff it's not cheap, and it's not. It was 2 something for Widowmaker. It wasn't that much of a difference. Yeah, absolutely, Luke. uh, yeah, that's true, Robin. Yeah, yeah. Michigan made company, really good people. Trying to help support them. They've got great products. And we're gonna see. I'm gonna use all their stuff this winter. They've got a lot of plastics. They have over 65 different plastics for panfish, and I think they're gonna be great. They even came out with their own. Which Luke, you're gonna like this. They actually came out with a stick bait. It's a lot like the X Wrap, but it's only like, God, I'm wanting to say it's like 2 inches, dude. It is tiny. But they made it for trout fishing. You'll have to look those. Well, I don't. They don't have them listed yet. This is something that they don't have on there yet, but they're working on it. And they sent me them big brookies are gonna smash them things, man. Hey Kevin, how's it going, buddy? I already told everybody about your wife's. I was showing off the coffee cup. Um, Kevin here, Kevin Kissel, that's his wife that makes these coffee cups. And she also makes the new shirts. So if you guys are interested in these, contact Miss Kissel at gmail.com. I put her name in the link. There's the Addicted to Quack Outdoors. Yeah, really cool shirts, though. I like them. She does a great job. Yeah, Robin's shirt was really cool. That was great. Yep. But yeah, one thing that I'm gonna be doing soon that I think you guys might be interested in. I'm gonna be going. I'm doing my first fur sale the first week of December. Well, as long as he's gonna be there, I gotta contact Ralph, make sure he's gonna be there. If he is, I'm gonna go take my furs up there and make my first sale. And I thought it'd be cool when I do my sale. I'll post on here, what all the prices were that I got, for each animal. I'll show a picture of what I'm making on them because to me it's interesting. I don't know if it will be to you guys, but I have all my old receipts from all the years that I've trapped from him, and I just think it's really cool to look back and see how much I made on certain years. It's neat. I like to keep little journal entries and stuff for that, but yeah, for those of you, I know 2 weeks ago, a lot of you guys couldn't get on here because there was a lot going on. I think that was Halloween or something. But for those of you that didn't know, I'm going to show you right now. This is what a muskrat pelt looks like. This is one of my newest ones that you'll see in the video tomorrow. It's a monster. I actually have a bunch that are almost, well, two of them are at the very bottom of the stretcher. You cannot get them any bigger than that. These are giant, giant muskrats. This one here, I was kind of bummed. I have a few of them like this. If you see that hole right there, that is not something that I made. There is a few rats like that up there. What happens is these rats, they'll get in fights, just like anything else. Especially like areas that I'm trapping right now, it's kind of overrun with them. There's overpopulation, which anti-trappers are going to try and say it can't be overpopulated. Well, they can. Muskrats get overpopulated in areas, and when they do, they start fighting really bad. They fight a lot during mating season, but yeah, they'll end up making themselves. They'll make some pretty bad on themselves. And when I'm fleshing and stuff on the rats, it'll uncover these holes. It won't rip while I'm doing it, but the hole will just be there, and it's always a bummer. It's like a bad birthday surprise, really. But yeah, I got a bunch. I think I had three today that had bite holes. It probably came too because I caught a whole bunch in a I caught a whole bunch in a colony trip, so that could have been it too. They could have been fighting while they were in there. Um, oh, but yeah, that could have very well been it too. Yeah, for those of you, if you haven't already, subscribe. I appreciate that. I have noticed my subscribers have gone up a little bit, and it means a lot to me. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure that you check out the Patreon. That's where I'm getting all my. I'm not doing the uh, team thing on here anymore with the club. You know, the fan club type thing. It's all going to be on Patreon now. I'm trying to switch all the gears over because Patreon doesn't take anything out of me except like 3%, whereas YouTube takes 60. So if you donate to the channel and help out in any way, please donate to Patreon. That's the way to go. So well, thanks, Luke. Yeah, I actually got a video I'm going to be doing. I did that first video with the muskrat, but I've got a bunch of beaver footage on here that I did too on how to do them. It's totally different. The beaver, when you do a beaver, they're in what you call the round, okay? Because just like if you've ever seen the old-fashioned Native American photos and stuff, the beavers were usually in blankets. And what you do is you actually split the beaver down the middle, and you basically fillet the entire beaver. You skin it all so that it's in a big hoop in a circle. It's really neat. It takes more time for sure. I can do a beaver in about 15 minutes right now, which is pretty darn quick if you ask me, because it used to take me about an hour. But yeah, I can do a beaver now in about 15 minutes, and I'll show in the video. It's pretty cool. And I also show how you get to save the glands. That's also neat. Hey Tony, how's it going, buddy? Hey, that's okay. I'm staying on late tonight, so yeah, I think so too, Luke. I really do. I think I think that it's going to be going up a lot in the winter. You know, it does every last winter I was shocked how fast it went up, and I think it's going to be the same type of deal this winter. There's just more people with time, I guess. More time, more boredom, stuff like that. So there's just more, yeah, people want to see stuff like that. So but yeah, this season on hard water is going to be awesome. I have so many plans for ice fishing. I'm hoping to travel as long as I can afford the gas to go different places. I'll be traveling around the state again, like I did last year, fishing new lakes again. Last year, I tried to fish a new lake a week, which I think I did pretty good on a lot of them. I did a lot of bigger lakes, you know, that I'd never. They were lakes that I'd never fished in my life, and I still tore it up. And I'm planning on doing that again this year using nothing but lake effect lures. That's all I'm going to have in my bucket this year. I'm dumping all my Rapalas, all my favorite lures out. All I'm using is lake effect. So, yeah, I think you guys are going to like that. Dang, Greg. That's a monster. Yeah, Little Bay to Knock is definitely on my list. I was planning that last year and I never made it. I'm gonna do an all night stay out there, just like I wanted to do it last year. I'll just camp out in the shanty. For those of you that watched my all night stays last winter, I don't sleep personally. I mean, I see some of these guys that go out on the ice and they'll sleep on a cot while they're fishing. If I'm out there all night, I am gonna fish all night. You never know what's gonna come in and bite after dark, and that's just half of the fun. So yeah, I'll be up jigging all night, all morning, the whole nine. It's gonna be a good time. So yeah, Little Bay de Nox definitely on my list, and a few other lakes, Lake St. Helen. I might even go over to Muskegon and fish Muskegon Lake. So it's gonna be a good year. That's true, Luke. Yeah. Yeah, most people know that I catch a lot of fish. I think that's what I'm mostly known for. I know in Oscoda, growing up there, especially like in school and that, everybody knew I was the fisherman. If they had fishing questions, they came to me. So, yeah, as far as ice fishing goes, I'll definitely be tearing it up. It's gonna be a good year. As my hat says, I slay, man. It's the truth. I do sometimes. I don't all the time, but they're not that bad. The biggest thing about the trash pandas or coons is you got to get all that fat off. I did see a couple posts where people were using like they were adding some of the coon fat into their dish, and I'm like, to me that's gross. The coon fat's got a nasty smell. If anybody that's skinned a coon knows this. The coon fat's pretty nasty. They render it or whatever, but no, not gonna happen. But yeah, as far as that goes, coon's not that bad. I've eaten coon, I've eaten possum. I like to make my sister's probably not on here now, but Susan knows that I make it's I call it roadkill stew. I do raccoon, beaver, muskrat, possum. I throw them all together in a stew that I make, and it's really good. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with coons as long as you get the fat off. That's what makes them greasy, and then it doesn't help or doesn't hurt to marinate them. I like to soak them in milk sometimes. Man, I should have got another pop for 2 hours. All right, sounds good, Greg. The video I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have a young guy on here. I think I'm assuming 13. I might be wrong because I didn't get the number from his dad, but this young boy shot a really big buck the other day. And the story behind it's pretty neat because the kid actually shot it during bow season, but he lost it during bow season, and the thing survived. It was a bad shot, and he ended up getting it the other or yesterday with his rifle, and it's a monster. It's a big, especially for a youngster. I mean, he had me jealous. It was bigger than any of the bucks I got. So, yeah, really great. But I'm going to be showing that. That's going to be in my burbot video. I'm going to have burbot video plus you'll get to see the kid after he shoots his deer, all the excitement, the shaking, the not being able to talk. Any of you that's ever shot a deer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maple River. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of coons. I we've had the most we've had 6 is kind of the average number on our game cameras. At least back when we could bait and had corn out and stuff, 6 was a main number, but I think I've seen the most was 8 at a time. They travel in big family groups. That's something, if you watch my dog proof episode, I mentioned in there that I like to gang set. Gang setting is where you place a bunch of traps in one area. I don't gang, you wouldn't want to gang set for coyotes or fox because, maybe put out 2 traps or 3 in an area, but you go too crazy with it and you might scare them off. But coons, on the other hand, if you might have 4 to 6 coons traveling at the same time, set a bunch of traps. Set, especially those dog proofs. Some things are fast and nice, easy to set. Place them all over the place in that area where there's a bunch of coons, and Yeah, you might be surprised. You might show up the next day and have a whole pile there. I had one time I had 4 possums in one spot. I had 4 traps set around a dead catfish, and I had 4 possums. Oh, it really is, sis. It's gonna be great. I like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not, you know, I'm not too manly enough where I won't say that I don't cry, because I will cry, and I did. I teared up last night when I watched that kid in the video, because just seeing his reaction and how he just everything that he felt, I could feel again as I was a kid. It brought back everything that I did from when I was young. So it was just a great moment. I mean, watching that it made me tear up. I think it will some of you. It's just awesome. And to see a kid out there doing that kind of stuff. My buddy sent me a picture of his daughter. She's only like 12 maybe, trapping, and she had a muskrat the other day. I love that. If you guys, any of you that have kids, grandkids, anything like that, if you ever have a good experience with them in the wild, send me pictures. I love seeing that stuff, and I would be happy to share that stuff too. If it's a video, I'll share it on my one of my videos. If it's a picture, I'll put it on my YouTube or my LT Outdoors Facebook page. So, yep, I always look forward to that stuff. I did, Dennis. Actually, this is zero sugar. This is the only. That's all I drink anymore, and it's helping. I have lost a lot of weight. Those of you that haven't been able to tell, I have lost a whole lot of weight. So my doctor was actually shocked, and I told him it's mostly because I quit drinking regular pop. If I do drink pop, it's only every now and then. It's zero sugar if I do. Also, I mean, I'm basically working out. If you've seen how hard my crap line is and all the crap that I go through, um, I mean, some of the stuff I do is downright dangerous, but I'm definitely getting a workout every day. So, oh, I know, sis. And with a kid, it's so much more different. Like when I was a kid and shot, I think I was 14 when I got my first one. You can't when you're a kid and you do it, you can't breathe. You're shaking so bad. You feel like you got hypothermia. You can't talk. Like you're trying to talk, but it's not coming out that good. It's unreal how kids act with that, and it's amazing. So I was really, really happy that he sent me that picture and that video. Actually, I'll show you guys the picture. Those of you that didn't get to see it on Facebook, I'll show you the picture of this kid with big deer. Mm, Get a load of that, guys. That is one happy kid right there. And I would be too. That is an awesome deer. And like I said, guys, I am going to show the video footage of him after he makes his shot, all the excitement, and then him tracking the deer down himself, which that is great because his dad could see the deer, which I love this. My dad did this to me too. He could see the deer, but he continued he didn't say anything. He let his son do his thing. That's what you want to do. It's the best way for somebody to learn is to let them do it themselves. But he just let them keep walking. He gets up right on the deer and he's all surprised and in shock. It is amazing. So hey, wild man, how you doing? It's going to be good, Todd. It really is. I was blessed when Craig sent me the video. I thanked him and I asked him right away if I could share it because it was awesome. It really was. Um, yeah, I'm always happy when people send me that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely, Greg. Yep. If you send the picture, I can show people. You gonna send it through Messenger or? Oh, that's cool. I'm glad, man. Thank you for stopping in, and I'm always happy to, share any kind of experiences and knowledge I may have. And there's a lot of knowledgeable people that get on here on the chat too. So any questions you may have, feel free to ask them whenever you're on here because there's a lot of people that can help you out. If I can't help, I know that some of these great outdoorsmen that get on here can. So, okay, let's see. Mm. Hey Andrew, what's happening, brother? How you doing, man? Oh, here we go. Holy cow! Now that is a deer, Greg. Dang, get a load of this, guys. That's that big deer Greg was talking about. Dude, that is a pig. You were not joking. Oh my lord. What a beast. Man, I tell you, I can't afford it, but I'd be getting that thing mounted. That is the head on that thing. Whew. What a monster, dude. Very nice. Yeah, for seems how you're new on here, buddy. I do a little bit of everything. You probably heard it in the intro song, but I do metal detecting, foraging. I do trapping, duck hunting, deer hunting, squirrel hunting, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that thing is huge. Oh man, you lost it tracking though, but so you lost it and then you found it? Is that how it happened? Because obviously you had to have found it. That thing's a monster. Well, I appreciate it. I think you're gonna like it. It's I try to keep it up. Every week I try to share at least a couple videos, times three. I've shared more than that even, but I know if I share too many, my videos kind of get thrown aside. So I'm trying to do two a week if I can. But tomorrow at 6 p.m., I'm going to have a new trapping video come on, and it's where I get my new personal record for muskrats. I got 21 muskrats yesterday and a mink. That was a crazy day. I did all the skinning today. I'll show you now. But this is what a muskrat looks like if you've ever fleshed and dried one, this is what they should look like. This is a big rat, real nice one, and I also pointed out that that hole right there is actually it's a bite mark. They get bite marks from fighting just like anything else. Most of the time they're on their bellies or their backs, but yeah, that one had one on the face. But yeah, that is right there. Once I skin the rat, if you haven't watched my video already on how to flesh, I like to use a butter like a muskrat, but I use a butter knife, man, and I'm telling you that will scrape everything off so fast and very easy. I definitely recommend watching my how to skin a muskrat video if you want to learn some tips and techniques on faster ways of maybe doing this. But yeah, right now I'm up to 75 muskrats. I'm trying for 400, so we'll see if I get there. My personal record is 288, so but I'm going to try and beat that this year. Oh, cool, man. That's great. Definitely this channel will be up your alley then. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I actually have two rats up there that they're actually at the bottom of the stretcher. They could not be any bigger. Because if they were, I'll show you one right here. This one, he is so big that my stretcher cannot stretch him. Look at that. He is at the bottom. I have never had this happen, and I got two of them right now. Yeah, that thing is huge. I got two like that to where it's not even. I mean, it's loose right now. It ain't even stretched because the stretcher cannot go any further. It is crazy. Definitely the biggest rats I've ever seen, and I think I'm gonna have more tomorrow. So it was pretty crazy. Oh dang, that's crazy, Greg. Very neat, man. All right, sis. Thanks for getting on. I hope you have a good night too. Oh man, that's crazy, Greg. Yeah, it's a monster. And the mink I got, It was a female. In the video, you'll hear me. I thought it was a buck, so I was freaking out because buck mink. I always get pumped. I've only caught a couple buck mink in my life. I always seem to get the females, but this was a big female. I thought it was a buck mink, but I was pretty pumped about her. And she's prime. She had a really nice fur. I got her hanging in the living room. Ruby's kind of losing her mind right now because before you skin something, it has to be dry. If you skin something and the fur is still soaking wet and you put it up like that where it's, inside out, that fur might get mildewy. It's going to be messed up. It ain't going to be good. You want to make sure your animals are as dry as you can get them. Sometimes I'll use a hair dryer even if I have to. Don't scorch the hairs. You don't get too close, but just go over them real good and make sure you fluff it out nice because the better that thing will look, the more money you'll make for it. Guaranteed. That's what it's all about is making them look good. So, but yeah, these here, I had to hang the rats in the house and the mink. I hung them all up by a wire just so they dry because it's too cold outside now. And Ruby didn't like that. She didn't know what to think about all these animals hanging around. Like, oh, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, that butter knife, man, it's crazy. I would have never guessed that. I tried, my uncle when I was a kid, he told me he used a spoon, and I did try it with a spoon, and it works. But the spoon definitely is not as effective as the butter knife. The butter knife, it's crazy. You can put as much pressure on that thing as you want. You're not going to tear a hole or anything. It's great. The fleshing knife, obviously, you got to worry about that, but it's really good with the butter knife. Yeah, the coyotes. What state are you in, wild man? I know the coyotes aren't up as high as they were, but they're still a pretty decent price. But this year I'm trapping mostly. I'm running a water line. I'm just going for mainly muskrats, but I'm hitting the beaver, raccoons, mink. Oh, Wyoming! Dang, man, very nice. That's crazy. I always thought the coyotes out your way were worth more, but you got some cool stuff in Wyoming though. I got a buddy that lives out there and I'm always jealous by the pictures. You guys have some awesome game out there. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh geez. That ain't no good. I definitely wouldn't do that. If anything else, I would say I personally, if the fur is not worth anything, if I find out, I still save the furs. I'll, either flesh them, dry them, save them for the next year to possibly sell, or I'll roll them up. Yeah, definitely don't waste them, man. You just never know when it's going to be worth more. Oh, good. Very good. Yeah, because you just never know. Next year, who knows? Coyotes could go off the roof, and you don't want to miss that. So that's really cool. Trapping coyotes, man, that's not easy though. That's some work. So yeah, kudos for doing that. I do like to trap canines, but I'll definitely never consider myself a professional. I don't get a ton of them. Yeah, I'm curious too, why that is because I thought you'll have to find a different fur buyer to this year. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, man. That's I think my best year for coyotes was only 6. I've never caught a ton of coyotes. One guy that I highly recommend, he's not a YouTuber, he's a professional trapper. He has a bunch of movies. You've probably heard of him. He's got a bunch of his own line of lures. But his name is Mark June. I highly, highly recommend him. He is by far the best canine trapper that I've ever known. I got to meet him in person. Great guy. The knowledge that he passed on to me it could never be, taken. I mean, it's amazing. I learned so much from just meeting him the one time. I've caught a lot more since then, but yeah, see that's weird because my fur buyer, even though the auctions, we've still got the main, like the NAFA and all the main fur auctions are still going. So maybe some of the smaller ones, but the big auctions are still going to be going. I think he has a website. I think it's just Mark June. It might be Mark June Lures. Let me try it. Might be markjunelures.com. Let's see. I think that's it. No, that's not it then. Maybe just Mark June. Some of his stuff is on some of his stuff is on YouTube, but it's not a channel. Other channels have shared some of his videos. You can also buy some of his stuff through trapping companies. Like for instance, I'm just going to name them because they're one of my favorites. F&T here in Alpena. You can buy his videos right from F&T. He's got great DVDs. I have some of his coyote trapping DVDs. Yeah, it's markjunelures.com. But he sells trapping lures. As you can see, it's loading down there, but he catches tons and tons of coyotes, bobcats, fox. He is definitely the best. Yep, he is really good. In fact, holy cow, those were all cats. Those were all cats. My God. Oh, that's cool, man. People. I always love out other people's videos. So yeah, that buck was huge. So who was it in the video or the picture with the buck? Was that your neighbor that got it or something? I'll show it right now, Art. It was a monster. Do you have signal now, Greg? Because it shows on my end, it shows everything's okay. Now it don't. Crap. Well, maybe I won't go on for the full 2 hours then. Can you guys see me yet? Yeah, it's saying I lost connection. Oh, I'm good now. That's funny, I'm good because it says here that I'm unconnected. Good, Tony. Yeah, that's a monster deer. That thing's huge. Oh, Art, just I see because you're part of the membership thing on here. It shows I'm losing you again. Hopefully I don't. But I'm trying. I was telling all my members about this. I have what's called a Patreon account. If you go to patreon.com, I shared I always put it in my link here, but I'll share it again. That's what I'm trying to switch over to right now because anybody who donates to my channel, I'm actually losing. They take 60% out of me from YouTube. So yeah, patreon.com though, if you go there and put it in, they only take like 3%. So it's a huge difference and it really helps. Anybody that can help me um anybody that can help me out or help my channel, that's really appreciated. His neighbor ended up finding it. That thing's a monster though. Hey there, Snappy, you got ice yet, brother? I'm sure you'll be having it soon enough. I know we got some little bits of ice here and there right now up here, so it ain't gonna be long. Oh, well, okay. Thank you, Art. I always forget who all's on there, but I seen that it was you had the membership thing, so well, I appreciate that too then, because I'll still get part of this one then. But thank you. Yeah. Earlier, I don't know if. Oh yeah, I did tell you about the canvas backs. Hey there, Mark. Oh man, are they really? Man, oh man. I knew I had to move to Canada for some reason. I guess I'll be moving to Canada, folks. Yeah, that's great. We had little bits, like just little bit of ice, on the little ponds and stuff around here. Nothing on the lakes yet, but it definitely won't be long. I'm really looking forward to it for sure. Yeah, I know I've had oh, it's all good. That don't matter. Spelling don't matter on here, man. It's funny, I had some people, on here telling me that um, I'm like the possum whisperer and stuff. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like the redneck Snow White. Like, I don't know. I can get pretty close to animals. I am too, man. I cannot wait. I know it's going to slow my trapping season down when we get iced over, but at the same time, it's my jam, man. That's my favorite thing to do is ice fish. I could live out there on the ice if I could afford the dang propane. Never have, Greg. I always wanted to try them because I've seen them for sale. They had them a few times at Wellman's. Um, they also Uncle Dale actually filleted them and cooked them. I haven't tried that either, but he said they were really good. So, oh man, I wish I could, Travis. Maybe next year. I'm hoping each year I'll be able to get a little more financially stable because right now I'm struggling. My trap line's only like 20 miles from here, but I'm struggling just to go back and forth to that. So hopefully each year I can get a little more stable and I'll be able to do that because I would love to travel and trap some of these other counties for sure. That I would appreciate showing me that. That'd be cool because I do love checking out new grounds. I think if I ever do get the chance to trap different sections of the state during the season, I'll probably get a little pop-up camper or something and I'll camp at each little location while I'm trapping. I think it'll make for some good videos, but oh, it'll definitely happen. I think it'll make for some good videos, but oh, it'll definitely happen. Bad in English yet. Yeah, I I hear you. It definitely is hard, man. I'm trying my best. YouTube, it's right now, but I'm keeping at it, man. I am sticking to my guns and I am trying to keep as patient as I can with it. So, hey there, Pennsylvania trapping. How you doing? Hopefully your trap line's going good. I've been doing pretty good actually. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a new trap video up at 6 p.m. I get my new personal record on muskrats. I caught 21 muskrats and a mink yesterday, and I'm hoping that tomorrow is just as good. So we shall see. Yeah, and for any of you guys that have channels too, I'll be checking out your channels. I always like helping out, supporting other outdoor channels and stuff. Oh, they definitely are snappy. That's no doubt. They take a lot of money out of me, man. Yep. In fact, if it wasn't for Patreon right now and everybody that's helping me with Patreon, I wouldn't be making much of anything. It's kind of weird. My money, even though my subscribers are going up, my money's going down. It sucks, but Patreon's been helping out a lot. Oh, sounds good, Travis. Heck yeah. I'm planning 2 trips this year for Splake through the ice. So definitely have to do that. Wow. Oh, very nice, man. Great fox are one of my favorites. We don't have very many up here. I've only ever caught one. It's actually the only one I've seen up here, but yeah, I love them. They're so pretty. We do have a lot of red fox. I've caught a bunch of red fox, but only one gray. They're definitely a neat animal, though. I like that for those of you that don't know, gray fox can actually climb trees. So they can evade the coyote better than the red fox. So usually in areas where you have too many coyotes, you'll have more gray fox than you will reds. Yeah, man, 21 in a day. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. The video, I think you're gonna like it if you watch it. I even had, I'm not gonna mention on here, I want it to be a secret, but I got my new record for inside of a colony trap, and it was ridiculous. So I think you guys are gonna like that too. Oh, I appreciate that, Snappy. Thank you. Thor, what are you doing? Helping me on Patreon stuff. I wouldn't have the gas to even go anywhere. So, well, I appreciate that, Art. I'm definitely checking him out anyway. I mean, as soon as I didn't even realize that was a channel, Wildman here, but yeah, I'll definitely be checking you out. I love Wyoming. I love watching anything in Wyoming. So, yeah, I'll definitely be checking your videos. I am in Michigan. I'm rats in northern Michigan is a that's kind of a big deal. Yeah, that's something I want to get more into. I bought one of those big old Fox Pro game calls a couple years ago, and I haven't really done it much. Yeah, the gray fox, see, you don't see them too often because a lot of them are more nocturnal. They move a lot at night. I have seen, even though I've only caught one, I have seen a lot of pictures of them on my game cameras at night. I just don't, and I've only seen them. It's weird. I've seen them in my Cato, which is, you know, 20 mile or 15 miles from me, but I haven't seen any here. So happy with that too. If you watch some of my videos, sometimes you'll see where it doesn't have a name, and people will freak out and where are you fishing? Where are you fishing? I won't tell. Like that's some places, and I've mentioned this many times on here, folks. For those of you that trout fish or run a trap line or anything like that, you know that you can't give out all your secrets. Everybody has to keep some sort of secret, especially fishing spots and silent up, man, more and more and more. And eventually your spot's going to become a public attraction. So, yep. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, lots of fun. There's a lot of stuff here in the state. I've caught a little bit of everything in this state. Um, it's definitely a lot of fun. I really want to get out west though and try to trap. I want to get or New York. Actually, I follow a couple a mom and a son I follow on Facebook. They catch so many bobcats and stuff. It's unreal. They're in northern New York, I believe. All right, sounds good. Well, man, I'll definitely be checking you out. Yeah, the red fox, red fox are definitely they'll go out more in the daytime too. They don't even really care, but yeah, gray fox, they're a lot of them that I've ever seen, they're nocturnal. The red fox will move all day long, but the grays are usually nocturnal. Oh, geez. Yeah, I was worried about that, Steve, because it's supposed to be that's what they're calling for tomorrow too. I think checking my traps is gonna suck. Nope. I do like I tell some of my spots in my videos because I've learned over time that if I don't name a lake, as long as they're bigger lakes, obviously everybody knows or something, I'll name them. Other than that, if it's a little tiny lake, I'm not going to name it. I don't want to mess them up. So that if you ever notice I'm not saying a name, it's because it's for a good reason. It's a little lake that I don't want a million people showing up to and destroying. So that's why I don't do that. But I do share a lot of. I like to help those of you that are on here. Everybody on my channel, I like to help you find places to fish. I enjoy naming lakes to show you. It's usually because of that. I just don't give that out. the way I feel, I'm not going to hold somebody's hand to take you to my spot. I don't mind was fishing or what I was using or biting, but I don't tell you exactly where I'm at. It's just how I am. But oh, elk hunting, cool, man. I look forward to that. I like watching that stuff. It's hard to beat a bugle. Hey Dan, what's happening, brother? Hey Conquest, how's it, man? I appreciate channel too. I watched a few of his videos the other day, and he's got some really cool stuff. I like his different camera angles and the things that he does. So yeah, I recommend going and checking out his videos. But yeah, check out. I mean, now we've got two good channels on here. We got Outdoor Conquest, Wild Man button to both of them. Help them out. Yeah, the hidden lakes are always the best. Yep. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it. If I'm in a spot where I think that they'll know where I'm at, you're only going to see my intro inside my shanty. I do almost everything in my shanty, so nobody knows where I'm at. Even in the summertime when I'm fishing, you'll see like the woods in the background. I'm really good about hiding that. I've learned my lessons. You definitely don't want to ruin stuff. So yeah, big lakes are one thing. Some of the smaller lakes, especially the tiny, tiny ones, I have seen them ruined. People don't realize that they can be ruined really fast. They can only handle so much pressure, and there's just too many people to take too many fish. That's another reason why I fish all over the place. I'd rather spread my love, than take fish from one lake. Absolutely, Snappy. That's the only way to go. Hey, sounds good to me, Conquest. I look forward to meeting you, man. Yeah, that tree, I know where that tree is, or yeah, that rock. I remember fishing by that rock. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I see there's 14. I should have done this earlier, and I apologize. If you're on next week, Wild Man, I will push you then. But there's only 13 on now. If you haven't already, check out Wild Man 307 Outdoors. Hit that subscribe button for him. Outdoor Conquest, check them out. If you guys love outdoor stuff, check out the channels. It never hurts. You can be subscribed to as many channels as you want on YouTube. There is nothing stopping you. The more outdoor channels you are subscribed to, the more outdoor content you have floating your way. So personally, I love watching all kinds of outdoor content. So if I got time to watch stuff, I'm on there watching stuff. So oh, you're very welcome, man. I hear it's the land of 10,000 lakes or something, but I don't know why they brag about that because we actually have more in Michigan. Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I hope you like tomorrow's episode. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, tomorrow, guys, I catch my newest personal record, and I really think you guys are going to like that. Hey, Northern Veins, how you doing, buddy? Before I get off, I'm only on here for another 6 minutes, guys. But I want to show you again this I Slay hat. It's got a little ball here at the top. You can get them in different colors. That is on lakeeffectlures.com. Use discount code all capitals LToutdoors. Get you 10% off. They also have a big old sale going on right now, Black Friday sale. Also, I got this cool hoodie. It says limit in an hour, call it fast food, and it has an ice fishing hole in the middle. So Snappy, I think you like that one. That's pretty awesome though. Yeah, land of over 10,000 lakes. Yep. When I heard it, when I was a kid, I used to think, "Oh, I wanna move to Minnesota because they got more lakes than us," just because that's how I always knew the name, but, yeah, we got well over that ourselves, so Oh, cool, man. Heck yeah, buddy. Never too early to get started because that's like I mentioned earlier in the video, ice fishing is right around the corner. My very first ice fishing adventure on my channel 3 years ago was on Alcona Pond, December 8th. So that was came right from my memories on Facebook. So yeah. All right. Yeah. See you later, Pennsylvania trapping. Uh, venison tacos, man. That sounds good. I'm on live every weekend. Last weekend I missed it for deer opener, but I'm on every weekend. I'm gonna try and get on now for 2 hours every weekend, 7 to 9. So I appreciate everybody that got on here tonight. Um, if you haven't already, make sure you check out Outdoor Conquest and Wildman 307 Outdoors. And I'm gonna hop off of here, guys. My throat is dry. My battery's about to die on my laptop. I need to plug this thing in next time, but I hope you guys have a great week and stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff coming up. Tomorrow's going to have that new trapping episode with a new personal record and a lot of other cool stuff coming up, including the Burbot episode. So I hope you guys have a great week again. Um, Make sure if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button. Get out in the outdoors this week and have some fun.